there, YouTube, and welcome to what's starting out as a beautiful Thursday, March the 26th. I think we are today. Look at that. Blue skies. And there's old Sparky Spark. Crazy old mutt. So that daggum tire on the back of this Honda, that's the one we fixed about 30,000 miles ago. And however long ago that was. Well, now it's really low. It was sitting at 12 this morning. So I'm gonna have to.
When it rains, it pours.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to address that. All it is semi trucks out here. Oh, there's a car. There's another car. Yeah, it's crazy. It's pretty weird to drive down 205 and you are the only car in your lane. It's like, did something happen that we didn't get alerted about? Well, Mama, I gotta say, this was the creepiest drive to work yet.
Very creepy.
I mean, you could go and see no cars on your side of the freeway.
Yeah.
And what was there, I guess I shouldn't say cars, because it's almost all trucks.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at our parking lot, how empty it is. I think that's literally employees.
Yeah, it's just employees.
That's and then this weather, it has this apocalyptic feeling to it. We'll get over it.
Yep, you will pass.
All right. Have yourself a wonderful day.
You too.
Love you. See you. Bye.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye now. There seems to be a big hole in this one. Wonder what goes there. Maybe it's the second transmission. So I rigged some stuff up where I can bolt my plate to the rack here, which will help taking that one nut off that we had to build the special socket for. So I've improved some things. I did some additional tool building. Well, I gotta take her apart, swap out the two gears, and we'll go back together with her. It's not like I haven't been here all done ready before. It's no big deal. This was much easier. I was able to get that reverse bevel gear out, which is this right here. It runs off the end of it's like a double-sided starter motor. I mean, there's a head or sprocket on each end. Well, that bevel gear right here is driven from that end, runs this great big thick speedo cable, comes into this box. There's an actuator mechanism there that engages these gears, and a whole bunch of stuff has to go into play. To get this thing in reverse, I guess there must be a fear that you could somehow or another get it in reverse when it wasn't needed. It ain't ever happening on one of these. So many things have to happen before you hit that button and this thing goes into reverse. It's crazy. It's like safety controls beyond belief. But that bevel gear rides right in here against this frame. So you got to take the whole intake out to do it. I was able, using some special tools, to lift the whole intake manifold, get in there and loosen the screws to this bevel gear. It's got two that go in the top and then two that go in the side. The two on the side actually go into the starter motor, and the two on the top bolt right here on the transmission. Well, I thought maybe I could pull it away from the starter, but then the bevel gear would hit the frame. I thought I could get the transmission to come out loose enough that I could pull it out. Well, that didn't work yesterday, so anyway, I found another way. I got it out. That saved me a considerable amount of time. A little janky, but it's easy. It's easy to do. It's just that first time it was a little awkward. But ooh, got wind going from the fan over here. Look at that. Here's the whole engine. Here's your sump and whatnot down inside there. You don't have to take any oil out of it. All the oil level is sitting in the sump. I can see through there. Remember Larry on his 2015, I think it is, R1200GS. I did the cams on it last year or year before last. He just got back from his trip from Cabo San Lucas. Is that where he went? But yeah, he got back. Everything was great. He a mountainside was falling apart in front of him, and he hit a rock at about 70 miles an hour and dented his front wheel. Some stranger pulls along in one of those Mercedes Sprinters or whatever they are, got a 2x4 and a big hammer and bent the wheel back. He's still riding on it. So I showed him what would happen if you were riding on mag wheels. Your trip would have ended. And but yeah, it wasn't holding air, so they banged the thing back, snugged the spokes up, that because it alters the spokes, snugged everything back up, and she held air for the rest of the trip. There's always got to be some wild adventure involved. Here's where the drive shaft comes out, and it's just floating in the swing arm now. So you drop your bevel gear in the back, and then you pull it off the front and just kind of slide everything back. So that just sits there on a pivot, all nice and neat. And you just pull that boot off. That's that sharp edge I was telling you. Just a light zip tie is all it takes to hold that boot on there. It's not under any stress. It's just a dust boot, basically. BMW, they're like Harley. They love their anti-seize. I mean, really love it. But boy, it sure makes a mess with everything. Just wear gloves and take the gloves off, but you end up touching everything. Here's how I turn the crank over. They have you but it's out of step, but they have you bump it over in top gear. It's just easier to take the 4 screws, well, 5th one, because it's got a protective cover over there. Anyway, again, I'm spending too much jaw jacking with y'all. I need to be working on this thing. I'm gonna get at it. When working with these things, just remember, above all, heat is your friend. Look at that. I got that nut out. Ooh. Oh, she was trying to eat herself. Look at that. Look at that. It was starting to slip. Wow. I made it by a hair. Where's that new one at? Look at that. Nice and shiny and new. But I got it off. First try. Just lots of heat. I got it. Oh man, that thing cools off pretty quick. I guess there's a lot of metal in there. You know what's cool about this thing? Now I went through and I got all that Loctite out of there, scraped it away. But see, regular threads, right? Look at the new one that goes in it. Oh, this one's not like the other one. Very interesting. The other one actually had a deal that like self-tapped it when it went in. Well, so what I did on the last one I need to do, but it had a like a cutaway that actually cut the Loctite away. That's kind of cool. So that one is not the same. So I will have to by hand dig all that Loctite out of there. That's no big deal. There's the shift drum, shift linkage, all those high-tech things that go on inside a Beamer tranny. When I talk about the almost synchro looking shift dogs, that's what I'm talking about. these guys here. On most Japanese stuff, this is part of a gear, and the engagement dogs are, well, just like this gear. And that is an undercut gear. If you guys heard me talk about an undercut gear, if you pay attention, if I get the light right, if you notice the edge is slightly tapered. It's at an angle, so that when it engages with this, it actually works like a slipper gripper clutch. It actually grabs and holds onto it. It's pretty cool. I think all of them. I can see it on that one as well. That's cool stuff. Didn't think you'd ever see the inside of a K1600 transmission, did you? I was hoping I never would. But this will be one of many, I'm afraid. That's alright. Now I gotta precisely measure this distance here, because it has to go back. And then if it's off or whatever, there's an adjustment shim. I was able to get the first one just absolutely perfectly set. Whew. Alright, another day in the life of a K1600 transmission recall. It's amazing how distracted we get. We've been yammering the whole way home, just talking about different stuff, and pulling in here, I go, you know what? I think the last time I talked to him, I was in the shop or something. Everything's a distraction, as I'm sure you guys. Hi, Abby, don't jump on me. You guys excited? Yeah? Look at them two, Danny and Sparky. They have so much dadgum fun. I don't know how they fly through that barbed wire without taking a layer off their back. Alright, let's get the girls out. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, we dadgum. She reminded me again, got busy doing stuff, and she's reading things, and just Kelly goes, we need to do the goodbye before it's dark out there.
It was getting dark fast.
So, man, Clark County, where we work there in Vancouver, 48 cases, and 5 people have perished.
Yeah, that's sad.
And how many more cases today?
5 new cases today.
5 new cases just today. And Washington State as a whole jumped 24%
since yesterday.
Since yesterday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so
people need to stay home.
Man, not a joke, man. Yeah, so I'm glad after work tomorrow we're gonna isolate.
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty scary.
That is.
It's just scary how easy and how fast this thing's, jumping, and people, we see it all day long. People just, just customers, you have to tell them, know, and you get people that just have this attitude like, it's just a bunch of media stuff. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, very distracted day today. It was nice to work on that BMW. It just kept my mind somewhere else, and I just counting the minutes until it's just her and I safe at home, where we have control.
Yeah.
Instead of just, scared that, there's going to be a slip up somewhere and it ain't going to be good. So, anyway.
Yeah.
On a more positive note, hopefully I can get some rides in if the weather holds up. I don't think it's supposed to be overly nice.
Yeah.
But that'll be some good social distancing. Good old motorcycle.
Yep.
Got them roaming around. Maybe if it's warm enough and get her to, maybe we can go together on the Spyder or something.
Yeah.
Even if it's a little cool, she can just sit back there and all her heated stuff.
Yeah, heated seat
and everything.
Hand grips. Yes, I like my heat.
Yeah. So yeah, it just, I'm sure you guys aren't all either, but you know, it's like it when we get home, you get caught up on the news and stuff like that, and then people talking about stuff at work. That's you know, scary and depressing, and then just seeing people just not seeming to care. But
Just not, I think they just don't think it's real.
yeah, but you know, we're not like ourselves like doom and gloom and
No.
all worried. We're worried that, you know, because people just not paying attention, and it's just going to keep going up, you know.
Yeah.
The more people have it, the more your chance yourself of getting it. So yeah, so we're not bummed out.
No.
I've said that before. I mean, we're not like all doom and gloom and doomsday.
No, woe is.
Yeah.
No.
We're just trying to be safe, and our only concern is that feeling of the inability to continue to be safe.
Yeah.
I think is maybe the key word.
Yeah.
That's what we probably talk about more than anything else. And then, you know, it is pretty shocking. We don't spend a lot of time looking at the news because that will definitely freak you out.
Yeah, then you got to move on to DIY
Yeah.
things.
Just kind of look and
rescues.
see how things are going. You know what, is there any sign of slowing down? And it's definitely not. But anyway, we just kind of
Just
keep
don't-
ourselves
keep yourself informed.
Yeah.
Without droning on it.
Yeah, if you sit there and watch those news things one right after another, that'll depress you.
Yeah.
You know, especially
give
if
you
you're
nightmares.
trying to isolate, then that just makes it even worse.
Mm-hmm.
You're isolated, you're safe. Look at good stuff on TV and YouTube and
Come
things
up with
like
projects.
that. Yeah,
There's always projects to be had.
always.
Yes.
Oh man, it's getting dark out here.
It
fast.
is. We better go.
All right.
All right.
We'll talk to y'all in the morning. It'll be the last ride to work for a couple weeks.
Yep. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Friday or Saturday. And we'll talk to you in the morning.
Heck yeah. All right.
All right.
One more day. And
One
then
more.
we can hunker down.
Yep. Hunkering.
Yeah, lots of hunkering.
Yes. Hunkering and hugging.
Oh yeah, lots of hugs. All right.
You guys take care.
Thanks for watching now. Bye. Bye-bye.